Good morning, good morning, good morning. I decided to do something a little different today. Just wasn't up for being on camera, though I will do some Reiki tonight, or at least I'm planning on it. For those of you on Patreon, I have been uploading my TikTok lives after I do them. Ooh, there. That side or this side? I prefer this side color-wise, but that flash, man, look at that. Ooh, there. Yeah, we'll leave it. Sorry. Thought it'd be fun to just do a little playing around here and fiddling. And mostly we're going to draw cards, but yeah. So as always, do all the followy thingies and the... There, that works. Do all the following and the sharing and the scattering of the stardust. I will do the same in return. And yeah, just love and stardust to you guys. My heart is just super heavy right now. Most of you know that I live in Minneapolis, so yeah, you can just feel the energy. I'm only a few miles away from where someone was innocently murdered. And yeah, so it's been interesting, and I'm very proud to be Minnesotan, and I'm very proud to live in Minneapolis. And so I just, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say about that, I suppose. So let's just go ahead and get ready. Let's light our candle. There we go. Let's start with our spirit animals. Let's see. Sorry. Mr. Aussie in the background. A woo! A woo! Oh, we better get our spoon out. I keep forgetting to put out the spoon when I do Reiki in the evening. So there we go. There's our pretty spoon. I have another one in storage. So once again, the storage saga. I will eventually get my stuff, and you'll see all the cute, pretty stuff I have. Anyways, let's start with spirit animals. Normally maybe this is where we keep adding to the spirit animals, I guess, for the year. So as when I come on Thursdays, I could draw spirit animals and coincide with your spirit animal of the year. So it's just kind of like a choose your own adventure / yeah. Guess it's not really choose your own adventure. Well, except it is. We have... Oh, I just realized. Hi, David. Okay, I have shuffled. Let's knock. Okay, top of the deck energy. Hummingbird spirit. Be here now. Well, for me, I suppose, yes. I am here now, here in Minnesota. Where are you guys at? But of course, that's not necessarily what this means. This means to literally be present. Though it's funny because it's a hummingbird. Oh, hello from Florida. Oh, I hope it's warm. Well, I hope. I know it's warmer there than it is here in Minnesota. Though actually the last few days it hasn't been. It's been kind of hovering around freezing, so for Minnesota, not horrible. But yeah, back to hummingbird. Be here now. So just being really present and in the moment. And at first I would think hummingbird, they're so fast that, they're so fast. So what do you mean be here now? Well, because sometimes you only have that snapshot. So really trying to be present when you can. Yeah. Oh, congratulations on 5 years. Oh, yay. That is such a huge, huge accomplishment. Like, what a great, start to the read here of being able to be present and, having your 1-year-old with you. That just brings me back to, not me directly per se, but a situation that I was in, and being able to watch someone grow and thrive into their sobriety is just one of the most beautiful things you ever can witness. So yeah, thank you for, thank you, like, for sharing that. That really kind of helps set the mood here. Yeah. And then I always like to choose the bottom of the deck card here. Here we got it. Ooh. But I wait till the end because I like to open my readings with a spirit animal and I like to close it with a spirit animal. So now we'll turn to my tarot cards. And usually how I do these is it's just a reading for the collective, and what, speaks to you. And if it doesn't, then you simply can leave it behind, and, and that's okay too. Not every message is meant for everyone. Not every card is meant for everyone. But I do believe that, the cards can really, I always like to bring things back to scientific, because a lot of people are doubtful. And so I don't bring these readings as a form of any kind of magic. And, oh, polar bear. That's amazing, because actually, I keep getting sidetracked, but that's okay. That's what this is about. My puppy's name is Coda Skull. He is my PTSD service dog. And Coda means like little bear. And I purposely chose that because I live here in Minnesota, and I was living in White Bear Lake, which most people assume are polar bears, which actually, White Bear Lake, what they mean is more like the spirit bear. So now that that person is an ex, maybe you should start referring to yourself not as a polar bear, but as a spirit bear. Still can have that nice, like, pretty white, pristine, but now you got a little more glitter to you, a little more stardust. Just a suggestion. But yes, so I do love polar bears and white bears, since I have my own snow bear here. He's a fluffy corgi too, so he loves the snow. So he's kind of his own polar bear as well. There you go. There you go. See? It's all about evolution. It's all about evolving and, just leveling up constantly. That's all you can do in life, is like try to approach the next day or the next minute, the best you can. Okay, I've been shuffling a while because I've been talking, but that's good. Put lots of good energy into this deck. Okay, split the deck. Top energy. So the main theme of the tarot, the Chariot. If you know anything about the Chariot, and I am going to move this a little bit so that since I have the chat up, there we go. So the Chariot just means movement, which is good. But it's also usually quite fast movement. So it means change. So it's saying which is kind of funny because we just had, the hummingbird, and we were talking about being present because of how fleeting life can be. Oh, Rebecca, congratulations. Oh, I want to follow your story, so make sure if you're not following me, like, or just check back in with me regularly, because I'd really like to keep checking in with you. So yeah, chariot. Things are gonna change fast. So when you're pregnant and you're gonna have a 1-year-old and another baby, oh, you got it though. You got it. You're a spirit bear. You're a mama spirit bear. You got this. Then I do have the bottom of the deck energy here. So the things that I feel like sometimes can influence or have more of a subconscious nature to it when referring to the chariot is, let's see, we've got 7 of Pentacles, which if you look is very nurturing and very, I mean, he looks like he's like actually trying to heal the plant, or just like he's giving that plant stardust is what he's doing. So yeah, so how fast and how magical that ride on your chariot has to do with is the 7 of Pentacles, you know, is the healing from everything so that you can continue to evolve. Okay, yeah, I like that. So tell me more. I'm going to move him for a second, but we want to know a little bit more about the chariot and this like path that we're on, right? You know, we're coming back to, yeah, we're being here now, and we're going to be present, especially during this circle. But, like, tell us a little more about this movement, this change. Okay, cut the deck again. 4 of Wands. So I really like that one for, yeah, I mean, 4 is stability. Wands is, you know, passion and, yeah, basically your expression. How, hello, Pennsylvania. Hello, I'm in Minnesota. I hope it's a little warmer there. Yeah, Rebecca, we live in a really, really hard world to begin with, you know. I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing, is you have to figure out for yourself if the heartache is worth it. And it also just, sometimes remember, people are like right for each other, but not for long term, or not right away, or you know what I mean? So maybe a little extra time, a little time with you continuing to evolve and grow and do the things. Well, I do readings usually, you can go and purchase actual readings, or you can message me after the live and we can get you set up. Right now, I just pretty much read for the collective, and I can answer a little bit, but I try not to do a lot of like specifics. You'll be right back. Okay. Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay, I thought you meant you needed to go to work on yourself. Just a second, I'll be right back. But yeah. Yep, exactly. Yeah, you can't make, in case, I'm sometimes multi-streaming, so if you, I don't know who can see the YouTube chat on my main YouTube channel, but like, I've got this beautiful moonbeam who's, you know, pregnant and just trying to do the right thing, and bless you, sweetheart, because that's not an easy place to be in. Especially when it looks like you're just really trying to work on your own stuff and make sure that you don't stumble, you know, especially when you have kiddos in the mix. But I think she's changing a diaper anyway, so I'll go back. Anyways, so yes, going back to 4 of Wands, this is where you find connection. This is where you find stability. I always go back to the 4s, having the 4 posts, you know. Most things that are the most stable tend to have the 4 posts. You know, you have the 4 walls, you have, you know, whatever. So that, and then when you have wands, you have passion and like being with people and expressing yourself. You see here, they're just having a lot of fun, which is good. That, you know, does that mean that this fast path that we're on is it going to be full of fun and other people? You know, I don't. The bottom of the deck energy, oh, it's another like community. This is, I feel like, a little more family-ish, but you got the 3 of Pentacles. So while it might not be 4, it does have communication, and it also has family and just community in general. And you see here, they're building, you know, they're building together as a group. Okay. So I'm trying to think. Let me go back to our chariot ride. We've got the 4 of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles. So I don't know if that resonated. As for the surrounding energy, what we need or what's going to help fulfill that chariot ride is this 7 of Pentacles. This just trying to really hone in. Maybe this is also the being here now. You know, the sorry, my brain is just really foggy today, which is okay. Sometimes that means you have to just chill. Oh, and for anyone who's also wondering about readings, yeah, just go ahead. I have various ways you can purchase readings, schedule readings. You can just message me privately. We can set up a time and a way, because I really like to help people however they're able to pay. So if you prefer to pay over Venmo, or if you pay over my website, or I have a 4th wall now, and you can pay for them through that. I try to make sure that the prices are the same across the board. That way there's not like a lot of, oh, if I go over here, I spend way more money. I don't want that. But thank you, someone, or Savannah, for asking me that question. So I'm going to finish shuffling so we can find out a little more about the 7 of Pentacles. How can we, you know, be the epitome of this 7 of Pentacles? How can we help heal, whether it's ourselves, whether it's, you know, okay, cut the deck. Looks like it's icy outside. Oh, we got some more wands. So you got some more passion, some more creativity, some more doing things, you know? And if you look, like, she's really like celebrating. So that, I mean, that's a good indicator of that healing. So part of the way we can heal, it looks like, is through music, based on this card, through, once again, expressing ourselves. The Knight carries almost like a chariot type energy, a really fast energy as well. So I don't know if someone actually plays drums or is looking to start playing drums or be in a group. That could be an indicator here. Or it could just be like being present, co-creating with spirit, in the sense of, you see her expressing herself and creating the spirit of sorts, you know? And by the looks, she doesn't care if people are watching. She's doing what she needs to do. Okay, what's the bottom of the deck say about that? Oh, we've been getting her a lot. This this 2 of Wands, that just seems to, so that seems to be where we're getting caught up, maybe, is this. I always feel like this is the I live in Minnesota in the winter card, even though I know there's not any snow in her picture. But if you look, she's got a bit of wanderlust, you know. She wants to be on the go, which, man, if that's not me. So maybe that's part of this subconscious or this blockage or this is the fact that we want things to progress faster. And they're not. They're not progressing as fast as we would like them to. So what do we do with that? I don't know. Like, that's the hard part. That's the everyday with me, especially being a spoonie. Like, that it means I spend a lot of time at home. It means, yeah. It means it's not always an easy life. You know, all those things. I already forgot that I forgot to check one of my... I apologize for interrupting midstream here. But this is kind of what happens when you're doing the show yourself. So yeah, before we get the bottom of the spirit animal deck, we open the circle with that hummingbird. And just being here now, being present, really, and that's kind of where gratitude comes in. I got to be better about that. Maybe one of my 5 million blank journals, just start writing every day. I like to be all organized with everything. Maybe it doesn't need to be. It's just, you just keep writing. Write messy, write nice. Doesn't matter. Just, you know, being mindful and having gratitude for the things that, you know, are helpful in our life, or good or helpful. So the main theme tarot-wise for what's next for us is this Chariot, this fast, you know, this fast-paced new direction. So I think a lot of us as a collective are just starting some new projects or starting new paths in life, and it's scary, and it's going to be fast, so that makes it even scarier sometimes. But at the same time, maybe it'll be so fast that we won't have time to be scared. Because I don't know, sometimes that's when I do my best actions, when it's like I don't have time to, you know, I have time to think about it a bit, and that's it. And what is influencing this chariot ride and how fast it's going and what's happening on this path, which I like when we get the chariot. It also reminds us that it's not always about the destination, right? Going back to that old verbiage. And this Four of Wands, you've got this expression of creativity, this creation, this stability of the Four. You got the 10th back there. And just really joyous attitude. While the subconscious of this chariot ride or this new venture is going to be more this looking for community, looking for connection. Hey, it's the moonbeams. Maybe it's all of us looking for each other. So we should keep coming back. So if you guys are on the old tiki-talkie, I'm usually live at 9 p.m. Central Time most nights. I like to say every night, but I'm a spoonie, and I've been sick lately, so I missed a few days. So that subconscious, or what's going to really affect our ride on this new path with the chariot, is the Seven of Pentacles, this healing energy, this power. So whether it's you or whether it's someone else in your life helping with this healing, or whether it just be the collective itself, which I feel like, you know, this is one of the main reasons why I'm doing this stuff, this right here. I'm trying to help people figure out their own cycles, and not just their own cycles, but their ancestral cycles. Because there's so many things we bring with us and we pass on to our kids without even knowing. Just literally in our DNA. Going back to science, guys, this isn't just a bunch of woo-woo, you know. Like, literally, trauma, especially, is imprinted in DNA. And so we have to just use that to analyze a little bit, try to get out of some of these cycles. And then I'm also going to be doing, I don't know, I might even do a few part series on it if I can get enough people to sign up for the class. But I'm going to be doing some classes on ancestral trauma and ancestral healing. There's like exercises you can do to, and they're tools, just like these tarot cards. They're not magic. They're tools we can use to help unlock our subconscious, have conversations with ourselves and each other, and just try to problem solve and figure things out. So, okay, going back to the Seven of Pentacles. So in order for this path, this chariot to unfold, this is what is needed. So whether this be a collective of people, just any individual, whether it be it could be learning. Maybe you've been thinking about learning a new skill like Reiki, which I am a Reiki master, so I can. I do offer Reiki classes, and I try to offer them at super low cost because, I mean, I need to try to make a living, but I also understand that everybody else is too. And I just feel like the more people that possess and use energy for good and to help the world, like, the better. We need it. So yeah, so this card is like the epitome of what I see as Reiki, like, or prayer. Like, if you're just like, no, I'm a devout Christian, like, okay, well then this is your card of prayer. And you know, because prayer heals as well. And what's going to affect this, you know, this kind of, I don't want to say superpower per se, but you know, this power, this healing energy, whether you're helping with the healing or whether you're receiving the healing. Maybe you're the plant needing the healing. So maybe music is where we need to heal, you know, maybe, or maybe, I don't know, for whatever comes. I also like to ask people what comes to mind when they actually see this, because then you can say, well, I love horses and I see that horse in the background. Okay, well, maybe what is speaking to you about this card? What I say isn't always what you're going to get from the cards either, which can be kind of beautiful. So yeah, Knight of Wands. So once again, Knight, fast energy. But what's holding it back, or what's making it more frustrating, or however you want to view it, the more negative side, is that point blank, we're feeling really stuck right now. And we probably kind of are. Like, maybe there's some stuff we could be doing, but for the most part, like, I keep referring to the Dr. Seuss book, like, we're in the waiting place. We're in the in-between. Yeah. So, I guess if we're stuck with this right now, especially during the winter when it's kind of hibernation mode for a lot of us, that's what we got to concentrate on. And then how we concentrate on that and express it, it sounds like it's through community and or music, expressing yourself, that kind of thing. Beautiful. Well, the bottom of the deck is I love this. Oh, Rebecca, I hope you come back and finish watching this after you get the baby figured out, because I know how that be. I mean, it's been a minute, but I know how it be. But we're going to close it with the beautiful butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. So yeah, maybe we have to be here now. We have to have that hummingbird spirit. But at the same time, this is the end. That's the end result. That's kind of a beautiful progression. So we'll do that one more time. I'll show you. We opened it right this second. In the present, we need to be here now. The end result is going to be the beautiful butterfly. But right now, be here now. Eventually, the chariot is going to be showing up and speeding up. And the influencing factors and the things that are going to help that. Community, stability, expression, passion. More subconsciously and more like your needs internally. Community, connection. Stability, which can include financial, but in that particular one is more about community and communication. And the things that we can do to help influence or subconsciously what we'll be going through during that chariot ride has to do with healing. How else are you going to do transformation? You know, like, how else are we going to become that butterfly spirit? Okay, so then, how are we going to do that? How are we going to maintain that kind of spirit? Through creation. Here you've got this Four of Wands. Or Knight, not Four of Wands. So it goes back, but it's got the Four Wands again. So the four stable, stability. And what I also like about this one with the Knight is like she has her back to it because she feels protected. Like she's got those four posts behind her, whether those are people in your life or things that keep you safe. But you're feeling safe and you're expressing yourself. And you're creating, whether it's actually creating music, like with a drum or whatever. The underside, or not really underside, but the subconscious of that right now, or the stuck part, is that we have this Two of Wands currently, and we're feeling stuck, and we're wanting to travel, and we're wanting to get out, and we're wanting to, like, make a change, I guess, or at least that's kind of where I'm coming from. I think the collective in general and the people that are going to gravitate towards the moonbeams is going to be that kind of person as well, probably. And so basically, it's like, if you look, you got the Four of Wands. That's double. So you might right now be like, oh, I only have 2 wands and I can't go do nothing. Well, you're going to have double. Hopefully very short amount of time, which will help you with that. Oops, sorry, I totally bumped everything. Which, yeah. I like that, guys. Like, that actually kind of made me feel kind of good, quite honestly. Just realized. It's like I'm trying to figure out cameras. Oh, cameras. Tell me how you like this setup. I'm not quite sure I like how I have it set up, but just keep trying new stuff. It is almost 10 o'clock, which means I have to head over to Discord every Monday through Friday. I have a Discord server that I go into, and we can share ideas, or we can just bullshit talk. I watch all the reality TV, or I shouldn't say all, but the majority of it. Things like that, free advertising, free swapping of whatever, if you have a craft or a whatever. But yeah, so most nights at 9 over on TikTok that's usually Reiki, but I do some get ready with me and infuse both of it, a little ASMR. And then here is where I do tarot readings usually. Sometimes Reiki, but mostly tarot readings. I'll be back tomorrow at 2 for Free Reading Friday. And then the Free Reading Friday, sometimes I will pull cards individually for people for free after I do the collective read. And then Monday mornings, I do a Patreon live for the members. which is only $5 a month. So I don't know. I have a lot of different ways you can get involved. Some of them are, cost, and a majority of them are like free groups to join though. And so auroramoon.com/moonbeams has the whole list of all the different ways you can get involved and connect with me in the group in general, which is the most important part. So I want to thank you guys. Well, let's go ahead and roll dice actually, right? Forget. We'll do a rune too. What's a rune? Okay, Gilmore Girls. And I will need to back for a moment at least. Shake, 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 shake. So we've got 8. We've got... Yeah. And then what I like to do, this is like... Part of me absolutely hates AI. But I love it for summarizing things because we have that Sagittarius, right? Let me double check on all that because I always like to make sure. Like I said, I'm still like learning all the different symbols, and I've been studying this kind of stuff for a long time, so it's not like I don't know anything. Or okay, so for the rune, oh, that was not these. It was Hagalas, which is hail, which usually has to do with like destruction, and it's not necessarily a forebringer of like, oh, this is what's coming. It's more like an indicator of like, yes, we know you've been through a lot, or it's more like it's already currently going on, or is already finished, or it's in the past. At least that's the feeling I'm getting. And so we have, for the astro dice, we have the 8th house, we've got Mercury, and then we have Sagittarius. So if we do Sagittarius, 8th house, and Mercury, Sagittarius Mercury in the 8th house blends expansive, truth-seeking communication with the deep, transformative, and often hidden realms of the 8th house, leading to a sharp, intuitive mind fascinated by psychology, the occult, research, and hidden knowledge, often becoming a wise guide in matters of death, rebirth, shared resources, and profound personal change, with potential for deep research, financial analysis, or healing professions, though needing to balance big ideas with deep digging. So we're talking about deep thinkers here, wise communicators, sharp and intuitive, philosophical and spiritual. So whether you're naturally like this or you're just kind of feeling it today, nice. See, that's why I like doing that. It's kind of fun. And most of the time it seems pretty spot on, so I'm not gonna bitch. Anyways, I think that is it for today. I think it was a pretty damn good reading. And I'm not like, that's not a, I'm patting myself on the back. I mean, thanks. Thank you to people who came during the live. Thank you to the people that commented. And thank you for those that are now following and scattering that stardust, whether it be to me or to others. Just know that if you're scattering stardust my way, I try to return it tenfold if I can, whether it be to you or other people. It's kind of like, you know, paying it on. No, that's not how it's the saying. Pay it forward. Jeez. PTSD brain, I swear. But yes, I love you, moonbeams. Please find a group to get involved with. That's where I'm kind of feeling this reading was about. And so whether it's here, I would love to have you here as part of the moonbeams, but if this isn't your jam, that's fine. Find people, find your people. And I love you guys. You are loved. You're important. You have things to do on this planet. And I'm reminding myself that just as much as I'm reminding you that. So, love and stardust, you guys. Bye-bye.